I'm Lily's mum, as you all know. We're going to have a little look at development environments to make games in today. Is anyone, who's got an Apple product at home? It's pretty, anyone, okay, who hasn't got an Apple product at home? One person. Well, you can still do things as well. You can. There's a big Windows environment out there for games. So in our smartphone use in Perth, 33% are iPhone users. So we're the largest in the world of people that use iPhones in the cities. We're first or second in the whole world. So we are big iPhone consumers here. We're going to have a look at the environment that you write apps in, and then as an extra thing, we're going to have a look at an environment that you write a game in, which is a little bit of an extension of just the application environment. So who knows who that person is? Who is it? Little girl there. Steve Jobs, that is Steve Jobs, isn't it? And he passed on sadly this year. But he founded Apple, didn't he? And he is responsible for the design and the development of all the Apple products. The language that we're using to write apps in today is called Objective-C, which is not as difficult as Straight-C. And he licensed that in 1988. He thought it was a really good language to write applications in. So we're just going to have a quick look at the Xcode. I'll just swap this over. I haven't got two projectors, so... And I'll just wait for the air to power up. Who uses apps here? Everyone. Okay, what are some of your favourite apps? Paige?
On the Mac it comes with the photo booth.
Yeah, that's good. You stretch your photo and make yourself look funny? Yeah. James, did you have your hand up?
Yeah.
What's your favourite app?
It was photo.
Say it again?
It was photo booth.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't know a lot of people's names. Yep.
I like the Angry Birds.
Angry Birds. Everyone likes Angry Birds. That's Jai's as well. Yes?
I like Tapzoo.
Tapzoo. Okay.
I got that.
Is that Alex?
I like graphic apps, like you have the cameras and sometimes you have like computerized graphics that go onto the camera.
Right. That's I like the design ones as well. The ones that you do art.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a different. Yeah, they're quite difficult to make.
Well, I like front row because that's like the details and stuff.
Yeah, I haven't used Front Row yet. I've got to use that. That's something I've got to use. Yes. Is it Eden? Oh no, little boy here. Sorry, I don't know them. Tanisha?
Oh yeah, Builder Jump.
Say it again.
Builder Jump.
Builder.
No,
Doodle.
Doodle Jump. What does that do? Never heard of it. What does it do?
It's like jump on jump on like rain.
So does that use like the altitude detector or the accelerometer or something on the iPad? Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Pocket Guard.
Say it again.
Pocket Guard.
Pocket Guard.
Pocket
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know what that one does. What does that do?
Well, it's you get 6 cavemen.
Yeah.
You can choose an island and you just mess around with them. You can make lightning strike and kill them.
Pretty violent, right? I hope no one's playing violent games here. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'm just going to get on to showing you what Xcode looks like. If we go into, it's kind of going to be, I'm going to have to use this screen here. Okay, so what I'll do, this is being a bit weird, this projector. So I'm just going to make a basic start a basic app. When you start Xcode, I've just run it and selected to create a new project. It comes up with a template. It asks you what you want to create. So we're just going to go into iOS. Now iOS is what you make iPhone and iPad apps on. This one is what you use to make something on the desktop. So we're going to go up into here, and there's lots of different things that you can choose to do. So we can make a navigation-based application or a tab bar application. Who knows, who's seen a navigation-based application? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it's got tables in it, hasn't it? And who's seen a tab bar application? Or something on the iPhone that works with the little things to select across the bottom?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the code is already in there, right? Because Apple's really clever with their helping out their developers to make things easier. So we're going to select that, and we're going to go over to here. I can't get it to come over to the... I'm going to lose my cursor. It could be on any of 3 monitors because for some reason it doesn't really like what I'm asking it to do. Okay, that's better. So next, we've selected a navigation-based one. So we're going to call it test. We're going to call it grade 5 test. And we're going to go into next. And we're just going to chuck it on the desktop, create it, loading grade 5 test, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to press the run button and see what happens. So up here is a little box. So does anyone have any idea what that would do? Yes.
Can't you make it because it has like iPhones, iPads, and let's say if you wanted to put it as an app for the iPhone or the iPad?
Pretty good. I think that about sums it up. So when you're writing an application and you're testing it, you test it in a simulator, which comes up on the computer, or the computer that you're using to write. And then once you start testing it, but you don't actually know if it's going to work on the device, because some things work in the simulator that don't work on the device. So when you're ready, you plug the iPad into the computer or the iPhone into the computer, change it over to device, and then you start testing it on the device. So there's lots of testing that you do because lots of things don't work the first time you do them. So let's go and let's just run this and see what happens. Press the run button. Oh, look at that. What is that?
Facebook.
There's a little... It is not Facebook. Did someone say Facebook?
Alice did.
Maybe it flashed up with some icon on the other screen. So there we go. And look, we've got a basic table navigation application. Okay? And there are spaces in the program where you can write, you can fill these out, all these different rows in here. So, so I'm just going to close this if I can. Where's my cursor? I'm sorry, this will take a little while because I can't know my way around. I don't know my way around the screen. So if we were going in here and we were going to create something, let's just try this. Let's try another one. New project, and I'm after a tab bar. Who knows what a split view based application would be for? Yeah, it's for the iPads, okay, because they have 2 views, don't they, on either side. So we're just going to quickly, if I did a tab bar application, then I'd go into the next. I go test again. Nels, can you get the power out of the bag? The power for the Macintosh. Next, and we're just going to create it, replace, and we run it again. I'm getting the hang of it now. Okay, so it tells me the simulator's already in use, so I don't really care about that. And run it again. Is it going to give me... And can you plug it into power? Oh yeah, thanks. It's just I might run out of power.
So what's happened with the projector though is, you know how we normally see all the desktop? For this, we're only seeing part of it. So Melanie's computer, she can see it.
Okay, it can't be used. It's complaining to me. That's fine. So now, if I ran this one, I'll just quickly show you this and then I'll go back to the other slides. So we've just built a different app on... Okay, first view. That's a tab bar application that I just made with that template. Okay?
So does that mean that it's the tabs down the bottom?
Yeah, the tabs are on the bottom. So, my cursor, so if I'm picking this, that's the first view. And we could put some data in there and have it come up. And there's the second view.
So what's the difference between this one, everyone, and the first one we saw? What's the difference between the view, Tomo?
This one on the front and on the back.
Yep, so there's two views with this one. Where else were the buttons with the last one, with the first one that was made? They went down the bottom where there were two views. Where were they, Demi?
Up the top.
Up the top. That's right.
So so if I go into the, I'll just go into the zib actually and edit it. So basically, there's the first view. I'm actually in the program now. So what I'm going to do is click on this first view and I'm going to change it to grade 5, Mount Lawley, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to run this again, save it and run it again. And, oh, hang on, I need to do a clean build of it. Sometimes it doesn't pick the changes up straight away that you make, and it holds on to the save, run. Is it going to be nice to me today? No, it hasn't changed it.
Is this program very expensive, Melanie?
This is free. Okay, so anyone that's got a Macintosh at home, you can download Xcode and you can run it. It's not free for me because I'm a registered developer with Apple, and to test it on the devices it costs me $100 a year, but it is free. I think that's why it's important to tell everyone. Yeah, and then I'm going to show you another thing in a minute on the iPad that's really basic and that costs $8 that's better. All right. So I think we're going to get out of that. I'll just see if I can get that to come up again.
Do I stop doing this now? Okay.
So what was that program?
It's called Xcode. Yeah, I probably should have got a sheet for everyone to write it down.
I'll write it up in our blog so everyone can...
Yeah, you can probably take notes and then they can probably... Okay, you can stop now, Elsie.